Exist, her story channel. I'm Carrie Stone, and I am the founder of She That Exists. And I did not get to share a Sunday message yesterday. Um, it was just a really full day. Um, I, gosh, it's snowing. It's beautiful. It's lovely. But I wanted to hop on here and I wanted to share that let's see, where do I start? I want to share that I'm just a child of God. And I'm a child of God who surrendered to my calling. I'm a child of God who surrendered to my purpose. I'm a child of God that listened to my heart. And I'm going to see if I can flip this around just really quick. Oh, there you go. Just wanted to share how beautiful it is outside. So I'm a child of God who has simply shared my heart with others, invited God to be in my heart and in my life at a very early age, was born spiritual, was born hearing Creator's voice, knowing Creator's voice for my life. My parents didn't take me to church. My parents didn't teach me about God. But I did give my life to God when I was 15 years old in a church. They were doing a theatrical kind of drama performance with a song called Total Eclipse of the Heart. And it was very well done as a creative director and a former performer, and someone who's created, directed, and organized my own live community show. It was very, very, very well done. And after seeing that, I knew it was real. And I gave my life to God at 15 years old. With that being said, everything after that, I was baptized at 16, started teaching revival. Everything after that was a journey, of course, because life is for learning. I had a really hard time with the fact that my parents didn't teach me anything real about life. They didn't tell me the truth about life. I mean, nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. So a large part of me does feel that I need to come on in and I need to share more truths, because if my parents didn't teach me the truth about life, then, oh my gosh, the snow is coming down hard, big time. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so if my parents didn't teach me about life and the reality of life and the world in which we exist, then I know that there are a lot of others like me whose parents didn't teach them either. What I come across the most is people that fear the unknown. You know, people want to live conscious lives. They want to live consciously, face all their fears, but people just have a huge fear of the unknown. I still have fears of the unknown. I started my journey with consciousness in 2012. I was invited to a an introductory class in metaphysics and consciousness, and I accepted. And then I entered a program where it was a course program. I don't know. Here, let me get it to where the light's not messed up. And I ended up earning my mastery in consciousness. That That was from like 2012 to 2014, 15-ish, during that time in my life. And I earned a respondere. A respondere in Latin, it means responding to your soul's purpose, your calling in life. I was very proud of myself. I was really sad because my parents didn't attend my graduation. And I was really sad because my daughter was supposed to attend my graduation. And her dad lied to me as usual. He had her on visitation, and it was up north, close to where he lives, because we live 3 states away during that time. And he lied to me, and she was supposed to attend my graduation, and he didn't bring her. Those things still affect us. You know, like my daughter had that opportunity to see her mom graduate with a mastery in consciousness, which is non-secular in nature in a higher degree. And for my daughter's dad to deprive her of that, that not only affects her, not only affects me, but it affects our family lineage. And I'm sharing that because there are things that have happened to you, to where it's affecting your family lineage. So where do I go from here? Since I didn't get to share Sunday message yesterday, this is my way of making up for it. Let me know what's needed. I know a lot of people live in fear of the unknown. That's just the biggest thing. A lot of people I know are clearing intergenerational trauma. That's a huge one. It's not something that everybody wants to talk about in society, but there's a lot of intergenerational trauma going on. I'm currently focusing on my master's degree. I live set apart because that's my lifestyle that works for me. And it's how I'm able to fulfill my purpose and my calling. And it's how I'm able to stay focused, not get distracted by outer worldly people who don't have my best interest at heart. There's a lot of exploitation out there. Unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. And I feel that it's important to teach that to sons and daughters. And hopefully my daughter watches all of my videos. Because yes, the schools are important. However, it's important for parents to have a relationship with their children, and for children of all ages, offspring, teenagers of age, to have a relationship with their mom and dad, to learn. And in the Native American church, in the indigenous ways, they share education, wisdom, and knowledge through storytelling. And that's how they pass down wisdom and knowledge to their children, to continue the lineage, and to pass on the ways of their ancestors. I want to share how important it is to live out your faith, because many of us are in situations where we, how do I word this? We don't really know, what is going to happen next. I've had someone tell me that a lot of people are afraid of the future. That's why walking out our faith is so important, because the word says that the just shall live by faith alone. And I'm seeing for myself that's true. We have to trust that Creator Almighty, God, Creator. In Hebrew, they call Creator Yah, Y-A-H. We have to know that Creator provides our daily manna, and we have to trust that that daily manna is going to be provided for. And what that means is that your food, your shelter, your daily subsistence is going to be provided for you. A lot of people, they get into the fear because they go into the future and they go into fear of the unknown about how their needs are going to be provided for. Let's face it, most people live paycheck to paycheck. If you don't live paycheck to paycheck, that's fine. That means that you can pay for someone else's master's courses who needs master's courses and education from me on a scholar's level. And from a conscious perspective, I don't share that I've had a lot of private teaching and people who've taught me privately over the years, simply to protect their privacy. But most people live in fear of the future, how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to pay their insurance, how they're going to pay their car note, how they're going to pay for this, how they're going to pay for that, because of these monthly bills, right? So the reason why it took Moses so long to lead everybody out in that great exodus into the promised land is because they did not trust God, Creator, Yah, for their daily subsistence, for their daily bread, for their daily expenses, for their daily living. And when we get too far ahead into the future, of course we're gonna have anxiety or stress, and the unknown fears are gonna come up. I still think about my future. I think about my daughter. I think about my daughter's dad. I think about my family, and I think about what is going to happen, if my daughter's dad does not, let's just say, do his inner work. That's what I'll call it. Do his inner work, because it's an inner journey. We all have to do it. No one gets out alive without going deep within and knowing who they are as soul and connecting to Creator within. And so even I will think about the future and have concerns for the future. However, we have to know that our present and our future and our past is in our Maker's hands, and that our Maker loves us and cares for us, provides for us. My master's course that I'm currently offering for those who are investing in themselves for higher education and conscious education on a soul level is on parental alienation. That is an epidemic going on right now where there are children, and these children are now of age, so they're over 18 now, who had been alienated and separated from their parents inside of the United States corporation. And so I go really deep, demystifying and sharing the truth about all that, because it's an epidemic, and there are more children and offspring separated from their parents inside of the United States corporation than anywhere else in the world. It's just not something that's widely talked about. And so I have a lot of parents who come to me, and a lot of the groups that I'm in, of parents who are traumatized, parents who are confused, parents who have been financially broken by the courts and by the other parent, who are barely hanging on or homeless. We have to help each other. We have to take people in. No one should be homeless in the United States. There's enough housing and shelter for anybody. Nobody should be having to go through sadistic ritual abuse in any form. And I share in this master's course what's needed for beginning steps for people who have endured this to overcome. The master's course that I offer in parental alienation is also perfect for an of-age child, 18 and up, who has been alienated from their mother or their father, just so that they can begin to learn the truth about their own life, and to reach out to that parent that loves them. I know that my daughter knows that I love her. Um, and I know in her heart, she knows she was lied to. Um, and I want this message to get to other children who are now of age who have suffered silently through parental alienation, so that they can learn the truth of their own life. And I highly encourage children who have survived and endured who are over 18 to even reach out to your parents and ask for the court documents. Get both sides from both of your parents. And then purchase my master's course so that you could go deeper into the truth, to learn the truth about your own life. Don't be afraid of the truth. It's not a scary thing. Yeah, don't be afraid of the truth. It's not a scary thing. It may seem scary, and then sometimes the truth is hurtful. It hurts, okay? To know that maybe one of your parents could have been very cruel and abusive to your other parent, and what they put you through, using you as a weapon of war, through all the things. Sorry, this is only temporary. With that being said, have faith. You know, it only takes one individual in your lineage to say that they're going to trust God. They're going to trust Creator. Creator's still in the restoration business. It may seem like we've been abandoned or that God has failed us. However, we're going through this as a humanity together. We're not alone. Walk with God, with our Maker. I'm going to turn this around. This is so beautiful. I mean, hello. Is this the most glorious beauty or what? So, yeah, I want to share that. All right. So, cold. All right. So, my heart goes out to every parent who loves their children, who have been separated and alienated from their children. Buy my master's course. It will provide you a lot of the conscious awareness and knowledge that you need. For whether it's healing or education, or whether it's to take the steps for complete and total restoration in your family tree. And like I said, I'm just a nobody born in a really small town. We didn't even have our own elementary school. I had to go the next town over for school. But I'm just a child of God who went through enough, I'd say, weird things that I should not have had to go through. And it took me going through those things, those fires, those trials, to help me realize my value, to help me realize that I truly am a child of God. And I'm grateful that I went through the things that I went through, because even though I knew my identity as a child of God, as a child and at 15 years old, because Creator speaks to all of us. It's just a matter of tuning in to the voice of God within. And I knew that stuff going on in my outer environment at home, that there was something not right. This is another subject we're going to be talking about. I'll create a whole master's class on that, is we can't normalize family dysfunction anymore. That just can't be normalized anymore. No more normalizing family dysfunction. And with that being said, surrender. My whole thing was, I didn't think that I was worthy enough or valuable enough because one, because I was a female, two, because I was abused and misused mentally, emotionally, and spiritually by my Vietnam veteran dad. And three, because whenever I was in church, it was just male pastors at the time. But now we have female ministers, and now we have female pastors. And so for me, it was like, God, who am I as a daughter, as a female, as a mother, that you would even have a calling and purpose for my life. Now, this is where it gets really beautiful, because the word says that God is no respecter of persons. And so everybody has a calling, everybody has a purpose, and God has great things prepared for our lives. So I just want to encourage you that no matter where you're at on your journey right now, spiritually, with God, within yourself, know that there's good for you. No matter what it seems, no matter what your circumstances are, because your circumstances don't define you. Okay? That's really important to share. That's a huge, like, golden gem that I'm dropping right now in wisdom and knowledge, is that your circumstances do not define you, because Creator is sovereign, and Creator can move on your situation anytime. Okay? We might have to talk about limited beliefs. Those are some things that, like, I still constantly, not constantly, but, that I struggle with, right? Because we have these struggles. So limited beliefs are, everybody has been programmed with human conditioning, right? So a limited belief can show up in any form. And I'll discuss that in a later video. However, I want to keep this short because there are some things that I have to get focused on today. And I want to get started on a second Conscious Masters course. However, with that said, I'll post the link to my master's course, my Conscious Masters course on parental alienation and family and divorce and the courts, and all that in the link. I lowered the price to $50 because it's something that's affordable for most people, that anyone can invest in. And then if someone can't afford that self-investment, then they could ask someone who has the funds to help them to continue their education from a master's level and from a conscious perspective. So, and then I also offer private services, because I do respect my clients' rights to privacy, because we have that right to privacy. And for different services, you can go on my website, www.SheThatExists.com, for more information on that. So, and then when you purchase the master's course, send me an email at SheThatExists@gmail.com. I'm a very small business owner, very, very small. I don't ever want to be a big business owner. Like, I don't. I like to keep my life small. I like to keep my life simple. Then I can manage it and, just do everything I can and just really enjoy this life that we're meant to have. And I like keeping my life small and simple and manageable, and providing the services that I provide, and being in my calling, being in my purpose. And so with that being said, I really hope that this encourages you. I hope that this inspires you to know that Creator loves you. We're all on that journey of finding Creator within and connecting to consciousness within, and nurture yourself. It's so important. And if you have any questions, reach out, connect. If you want to buy some books that I'm a published author in, reach out and message me, and I'll send you the link to buy the books. I'm in some great anthologies with some other wonderful, inspiring women. And let's see. This is all for now. But yeah, reach out with questions, and then I can create more courses based off your questions to find out where everybody's at in their journey, and to help you all with your journey. To know Creator as love, and to restore your family tree and your whole entire lineage and all of your generations, because that's what this is about. This is about coming out of unconsciousness, right? This is about connecting to Creator and knowing who we are as children of God, and not letting anybody take our identity from us anymore, because that's what they did to the Hebrew slaves. First of all, they changed their name. And my daughter's name, they did that to her. They didn't teach her the truth about her name. So that's the first thing they did to the Hebrew slaves, is they changed their name so they wouldn't know where they came from. They wouldn't know their lineage. They wouldn't know the power of who they really are. And then next thing you do is you just dumb down the education. That's how you create an unconscious slave, is you steal their identity and dumb them down and give them unconscious education. So I'll leave it at that, and that's even why my master's courses are even more important and vital. So invest in yourself. My whole journey has been investing in myself, and my whole journey has been investing in myself whenever I didn't even think I had the money to invest in myself. And of course, I started investing in myself when I got my first paycheck, whenever I was like working at this Mexican restaurant as a cashier, and I would buy self-help books and books by PhDs and counselors, and I'd just study all the religions and like just go really, really deep. So I'll put the link to my master's course, the link to my website. Reach out for services. If you can't afford the services, that the prices that I have on my website, it's fine. I have things set up for scholarship, for sliding scale, for sincere truth seekers. Other than that, as always, this is She That Exists with She That Exists, her story channel. And I'll be back, as always, until next time. And thank you for viewing. Thank you for learning. Thank you for going deeper within yourself. Thank you for taking your own journey into consciousness and connecting to God within. And it pays off. I mean, it does. When I say pays off, it's better to know who you are as a soul and a living sentient being, because our soul is is priceless. You know, it's priceless. So it's better to know yourself as soul, as a living sentient being, than all the material things in the world, because eternity is very real. So, and we are promised eternal life, which is kind of cool if you think about it. Anyway, this is She That Exists with She That Exists, her story channel. And if this video and what I shared was educational, inspiring, or helped you in any way, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Thank you. Until next time, I'll be back as always.